Hello friends, it's Tonton. In today's video, I kind of want to talk about current events, unlocking a few things with you, and kind of doing the last patch on my farm for SVS prep. Kind of make a recap as well on how it went for SVS prep for us. So not necessarily a guide, but more, to kind of keep you posted on what's going on in the game for me and spend some time together. So the first thing I want to do is actually unlock the Harbor of Hope. I gave it a lot of thought. Some people decided to buy it, some people did not, because it's kind of expensive, right? If you look at the amount of shells, it's technically, 120 euro for me to get 1,000 shells. With that event, and what kind of I should have stressed, I guess, a bit better in my video guide about it, is if you buy the 3 first packs, and even this one, like between this one as well, the Jolly Journey, whichever, like the Frosty Wish, like these shells are highly discounted compared to the bigger packs, right? It's $1 per shell basically, per 10 shells. Sorry, it's $1 per 10 shell. Here it's $1 for 12, and here it's like $1 for, I forgot the amount, but that's 1 for 2 basically, right? So these are when you buy very little in the event every day, either the $1, $2, $5 packs, like it's not $100, it's actually 50, right? What I can do with 1,000, I could do too much skin, I could do 8, 25 mithril, and if you think about mithril, I consider that a lot. I'll increase one of my PCs maybe, and like right now I need 30, so that would not be it. So and I'll gain something, some stats and stuff. But at the end of the day, with the island building, I'm kind of allowing myself as well to upgrade it over time to level 5, which will be 5% lethality, 5% health. And if you look, sorry, I'm talking, some kind of getting lost. If you start to look at this one, at the Starry Lighthouse, right? So the level 6, it starts to be 10. I think it was 6 to go to level 5. I think it costs 6 of them. No, it's 10. So it starts to be very slow. So this one is never really gonna go to level 6. I think I'll still do it later because level 6 looks so much better, right? So at some point I'll do 6 on it just because it looks good. But I think having the Harbor of Hope, it does not really change much. If I was about to pay the full price on the shells, yeah, of course it would be very expensive. But most of these I had for half the price, so I'm counting it as half the price. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna delay a bit the kind of the improvements. Because that's I'm gonna get only 1% now. But in few months, so it's directly like giving me the building, right? I don't even have to use it, and then the next time is 2. So by the time I use the mithril, it will be 2 or 3 months before I save for next time I push. And in 2 or 3 months, I'll have this one level 3 already. So that will be 3 of each, which will be in power. It will be very close. It's not gonna, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Actually, the difference between the two is kind of small. I know I'm pushing to optimize everything in events, how to do the best you can. But at the same time, it's a game. So you can balance efficiency for pleasure. And in some cases, the trade-off is very small. And looking at it, the trade-off is actually quite small because while I could keep using, my contract to improve my Starry Lighthouse, the Starry Lighthouse is becoming very, very slow. And that I'm gonna be able to go to level 3 quite quickly, and 4 or 5 will take a lot more time. But that's about it. The decision is made, so we have it. So let's look at it quickly. So it's located here. You can upgrade it basically, right, with these accessories. So we knew that. That was obvious, but that's a way to verify it, and I could verify that from other people. If you look at the preview, then it looks like that. So it kind of looks a bit cooler. And then it looks like that. So you have a big ship. Actually, it kind of feels weird in that game to have such a big ship, but And you get the percentages. You get 1% per level. So for me, I'll go here on both, right? That will be my target, because level 4 is quite quick. Then level 5, 6 is quite slow, but then you get the second version of the building, so that will be nice, and that's giving decent stats. So yeah, so that's done. That's how you unlock it. That's how it looks. That's the game plan for it. Hope it makes sense. If it does not, you can disagree with me. That's cool. you don't have to agree with me. So that's let's swap to the farm now, because that's where I'm gonna push a bit. I'm just kind of going all in. We kind of one prep phase at that stage, but I think that's okay. I've been saving for over 4 months now on the farm, so that's okay basically. And you never know if we really win. They could push, but the way it look right. So we are against 972. So they have been a very good opponent. So you see, usually we win prep phase and we need 3.5, 3.8 billion points, right? So we don't really have to push. Many people can save, and the opponent is doing 2.5, 2 when it's pretty much a dead state. Sometimes they do 3, but overall we win with 3.5, 3.8 finger in the nose. This one we had to push for to nearly 50% more, right? So we are nearly at 5.5 billion. That's a lot. If you look at the ranking, even the alliance ranking, we lost some players to SKT. So they went back we had a group of players that went back and make their own alliance, which they used to have. So they are trying to build it up. So for us, it's kind of of course we lost 15, 20 active players. So for pre-phase you can feel it. But if you look at the top 4 alliances, we have the best one in our states, and then the second one is them. Then it's very close. So overall, it's kind of even, right? If you look at KND versus Unicorn, they're the third alliance in both states. It's very close. And then, SKT did a bit better than their alliance. They have some alliance, and, it starts to be outfarmed, and some of them, right? So a lot of it came down to, having similar alliances going a bit stronger. So the second alliances did as much as us. The first alliances did as much as the first one for us in this prep phase. So that's 60 million points. And if you look at how much we are winning, we are not winning with a lot. That's 140 million points, right? So when an alliance is making 60 million points, it's a lot. And so sometimes, people say that, it's all about the big alliance and stuff. It's true. Often it's true. But in these cases, like if you look at the bigger one, at the smaller one, sorry. Let's look at the very tiny one, right? These are farms for us, right? Italy is like an active alliance, but they are Italian, I guess, speaking community, and they are very small, and they are making as much as a farm. But you see, all these small things that we have, that's an alliance from the previous state, and that's kind of the difference between the two states, So if we would have lost one of these alliances, or they would not have participated as much, we could have been in trouble and losing prep phase for very little. We did not go. I personally did not go all in on my main. My main did not push at all. I just unlocked Fire Crystal 9, so I pushed 22 million points the first day, and that's it. So we had things we could do still. I'm sure there are some people that we kind of felt it was won yesterday. Basically, some people might have been going a bit slower already today. But that was a very good prep phase, so very good job to 972. I know some of you are watching. That the best prep phase we had in a very long time, and it's good that we, to see that we showed up that way. It's good to have a common enemy, if that makes sense, right? Because when you don't, then you are fighting between yourselves. So that's always good to have a common enemy and to kind of rally, each other toward the goal of the stage, which is, being a SVS state. And it seems that moving forward, we'll keep doing that. That the intents, that's our will, for all the top alliances of the state, so make, save for SVS. And I think we could do even better in saving for SVS. We have a few players that do not save for quite a while now, and some of you might be watching, and guys, it's time to save again. It was fun for a few months not to save, but, that's really close. That's one big player, that's really, the difference is one big player or one small alliance. That's as much. If you look at the big players, right, they are 230 mil, 200 mil, 100. So that's one big player. The difference is basically that level of spending, right? Like that. If they had one more like that, it was winning for them. If we had, one more like that, even it was winning for them probably. So yeah, it's actually, it's actually pretty interesting. You can see that with my farm for now I'm 15, so I don't think I can reach top 10, but we'll see what I can do today. But I'm 15, so that's what you can do on a farm if you save for 3-4 months. So it's roughly where we are right now. For me, it's roughly 15 to 20 million points per SVS I can make. So if I save for a month, basically between SVS, I can roughly make 15 to 20 million points on my farm in Gen 6, 7, 8. And then, because I've been saving a tiny bit more than 4 months, but I've used in between, I did not save fire crystal and I did not save hero shards. So, if I save fire crystals, I would have, made, 15, 20 million more points probably. If I save for 3-4 months, maybe even a bit more than that, maybe closer to 30 million points extra. So that could have been big, but that's the importance of farm as well, because my farm is half of the points, will be half of the point we are ahead. No, I'm not trying to brag. It could be any of the smaller alliances, any of our spenders. Like the difference is coming from everyone, right? But that's you just need a few less things in your state and you are losing such a preferred. That's what I'm trying to say. Either it's a smaller alliance, either it's a few players that do not purge that could or that should have because they did not save or whatever, and you can actually lose prep phase. It's kind of going very quickly when you have such a strong opponents. So that will be very interesting. So I'll be streaming the battle tomorrow actually. I'll try the first 4 hours. So I'll do when it opens to try to burn each other, burn their states and they burn us, whatever. So the thing we usually do. And then so we'll do some of that, and then I'll stream the first 2 hours, and then I'll see what's the schedule in real life basically. How the wife doing, can we do something together and things like that. So that's the plan for today. So let's push a bit. So what can I use today that I didn't use yet? It's mostly chief gear. I mostly have chief gear done. So the thing I want to do with chief gear on my farm is to go, if I can, I want to go golden everywhere. I didn't make any calculation. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So let's see. So I'll put these two. So let's look at my power, right? So let's say it was 3016. So 300. So let's do T1 3-star for now. Let's do T1 3-star everywhere. See, it's melting already. Oh, and that's it. And that's it. So I'm missing 100 of these. Did I do my... No, I did not. So we are saved, guys. We are saved. We can do one of these. That goes so quick. That really goes so quick. So I think I could have been all golden, to be honest. But yeah, that's 4 months of saving, and that's free to play. I don't spend at all on that account. So you see, I barely have enough. I have a bit too many designs, so I need to stop the exchange. I have nothing, none of that left, and I gain 1 point something power. So like, it's really little. And even if you look at what it gave me in prep phase, it's 3 million points. Like, chief gear is terrible. Like, if you save 4 months on fire crystals, between the speed ups and things, you will do 40-50 million points, maybe 30 million points. If you save on chief gear, you make I made some point this morning. You don't even make 3 million points. You gain, how much stat did I gain? Like 15 or 10 of attack and defense on each stats basically, right? Which is very low. So yeah, so very disappointed overall, but that's what it is. That's what I can do. That means that for the ranking, I will likely be individual ranking. I likely be 15. So it's top 20. That's saving for 3 months. It's free to play. So it was a very competitive, and again, it's without the buildings. So if I did save with the buildings, let's say I will do 85. So I'll be top 10, right? I'll secure top 10 for 3 months and a half of saving basically. So that again, that's 100% free to play. Yeah, I mean, I've just bought 2 packs on that account. Either March, extra builders, and I never bought anything else on it. And that's what you can do. So, you know, on a big state, on a very active state, after a merger or in a very crazy SVS prep, like where everyone is pushing, that's kind of, you see the limit of free to play. Even again, if I saved, you know, my if I had saved my my Fire Crystal and my Hero Shards. So that's why I'm suggesting people, like, if you are not on the SVS focus states, like, you know, push on KOI if you think of yourself, or if you really need ones to push for yourself and, you know, not play for the team once because you really want 2 heroes in that generation and you need the shards, and again push in KOI, or select a SVS that is, you know, a free win that you know you're gonna win because you're not gonna have, you know, any challenges from the opponent. So because it's a dead state, and so you know that your wells are going slow basically. But for us it was a new building unlocking, so we were capped at Fire Crystal 8. We could go to Fire Crystal 9 and, you know, and 10. So you can see we have quite a few, right? We have 3 players that have, you know, either troops or command centers, or both at Fire Crystal 10 basically. Then Fire Crystal 9 we have up to nearly 20. Like some players, I'm sure, you know, surprised to see some names here that are not Fire Crystal 9. I'm a bit confused about that, but whatever. Not sure what happened. I would have expected a few more people, but, you know, like, I'm, you know, with my main, I have all troops unlocked. I have the embassy unlocked, and I'm working on the command center. I have 1 out of 5 on the command center, so I'll do that. I'll finish command center, and I'll work on towards T11 marksman. Sorry, so I'll do the marksman. So then, you know, I have 2 troops in the next month or so. I'll have two troops T11. I'll be Fire Crystal 9. Then I'll push toward Fire Crystal 10. So that will be really good. That will be all I need. It was a very fun prep phase. You know, we had a bit of a stress. You know, like we had to. They could make, you know, it's very unlikely they do that much point tomorrow, right? Between now and tomorrow. So I'm considering we are winning prep phase, but there are like 10-12 hours to go, and they are, you know, ahead today. So who knows? But it's very likely we are winning. Most of their wells pushed already. If you look at the ranking, you know, today they've done their points, right? All of these people, and, you know, they are not all of them are their bigger player, but, you know, some of these have maxed gear and they pushed on pets the other day. We've seen their pets power increase, so that should not be too much of a surprise. But, you know, maybe they'll make me lie, and if that's the case, that's good for them. That's why I wanted to use my stuff as well. And, you know, if I need to, I'll push on the main tomorrow. I have a few million points I could easily do on the main tomorrow between. What can we do today? I forget. But we can do pets. So I can do some pets. I can do some mithril. I can do some essence stones. I can do some hero gear. I can do some fire crystal. Yeah, I can do most of what we have here. I can do on my main tomorrow. So, you know, I'll do if we need to kind of secure the win or help to secure the win with whoever else is pushing. So hopefully that's good for us, guys. So I'll record another video tonight for like beginners, bear trap 1, you know, bear trap in generation 1 for any newbies around there. So if you have friends starting the game, you know, watch out for more videos for newbies about Crazy Joe and stuff. I'll have a bit more time, so I'll use the new account I've made to kind of cover for that and, you know, explain things like from a beginner standpoint and what are your options when you are basically a new player. You know, the account is not even 20 days old, so it's very new. So I thank you very much for watching, everyone. I see you in the next one. And if you want to support the channel, please like, please subscribe, post a comment, share the Discord, share the channel. I really want to grow the channel because it will allow for cool stuff to be available later, basically. You know, some sponsorship and stuff. So that could actually support some of the projects I want to do in game that requires. You know, it's a pay to win kind of game. So if you want to do something cool, you have to pay a bit of money. I've been playing Low Spender free to play for a year and a half. You know, I've covered that a lot, and I'll keep doing that. But I really would like to scale and to have a proper account where I can show you a bit more than just being a rally joiner. So that's, you know, that's in preparation. So your support is very welcome. You don't have to give, you know, do any donation, anything. That's, you know, that will be taken care of automatically, basically by growing the channel. That's what it should be. I don't want to, you know, to rely on you know, on people donation and stuff. So just subscribe, share the channel. That's all you need to do to help me, to support us as well, because it will allow us to to get access to better things for the game and for the videos and for the content I make. So thank you guys, and again, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.